Today's lab will focus on animal behavior. Behavior is the change in activity of an organism in response to a stimulus. When discussing animal behaviors, it is easy to anthropomorphize by attributing human emotions to animals. It is common to hear people say their dog is happy or loves them because those are emotions to which they can easily relate. While anthropomorphism is completely understandable in everyday conversation, it is important from a scientific perspective to describe the behavior without applying human emotions. Some of the most basic behaviors are associated with internal stimulus. A perfect example is the need to find food. Depending on the trophic level, an animal may need to forage or hunt. External stimuli tend to render more complex behaviors, especially in more advanced animals. When dangerous situations arise, defensive behaviors are necessary. Some examples of behavior include hunting, foraging, rest, nocturnal activity, elimination, and migration. All of these are caused by an internal stimulus, the need for food, the need for sleep, and so on. Social behaviors include hierarchy, protecting, working, parental care, and courtship. In protecting behaviors, elk place the weak and young inside the herd to protect them from predators. Many mammals are involved in some form of parental care. You can see a water buffalo protecting her young and a polar bear teaching her cub to swim. Other important behaviors include curiosity and play. Curiosity is an interesting behavior displayed by both young and adults. This includes behaviors like sniffing, pawing, chewing, and mounting. Play is important for many animals, especially for predators. It teaches the young hunting skills early in life. Some defensive behaviors include marking, escaping, fighting, submitting, posturing, and hiding. Communication behaviors are very important and overlap all other behaviors. Individuals signal messages to either others of the same species or different species. Communication can either be vocalized, like barking, chirping, and whimpering, or non-vocal, like baring teeth, releasing scent, and raising hair. Dogs are a great example of communication behavior. Behaviors can be classified by the way they develop. Many behaviors are instincts, meaning the animal has an innate ability to respond to a stimulus with the appropriate behavior. Often, instinctual behaviors are in response to an internal stimulus. A bear is able to urinate, a bird lays eggs, and a spider spins a web even without prior experience. Other animal behaviors are learned through experience. One way animals learn is by repeated association between two events or cause and effect. For example, if a bird becomes ill every time it eats a yellow caterpillar, it will eventually learn to not eat yellow caterpillars. Trial and error is another method by which animals learn. If a bird discovers an abundance of good green caterpillars in the small bush beside the lake, it will learn to start seeking out small bushes beside the lake. This behavior is reinforced with repeated success. Similarly, animals can become habituated by a stimulus by learning it is harmless through frequent exposure. A classic example of this is when a crow loses its fear of scarecrows over time. Reason is the most advanced form of learning. This is when an animal analyzes a new problem and comes up with a solution using past but not identical experiences. Using a tool to solve a problem is a type of reasoning. In this lab, you will use the link to simulate an experiment to test the behavior of mealworms to 4 different stimuli. Record your data in the table within the virtual lab. Answer the questions in the journal within the virtual lab. Save the table and the journal as PDF files and upload them to the submission link. Please note that both assignments will be graded and reported as a single grade. Lab 11 is due Monday, August 3rd at noon. If you have any questions, please email me at megan.l.matthews@ttu.edu.